Okay, it's great. Very great to see you. I'm Shiho Hirose from Adventures. Today, I'd like to have this self-introduction. It's about, I would like to talk about Japanese ecosystem focusing on the life science venture ecosystem because our venture capital is focused on the drug discovery. And my background is the life science. So yeah, I would like to talk more about the pharmaceutical environment and how these Japanese ecosystem environment would improve with our new approach. So this is my self-introduction, and again, I'm Shiho, and I'm current venture capitalist and venture partners, and at the same time, I work as a visiting research scientist and lecturer at the Keio University of School of Medicine. And my work experience is came from a scientist from a pharmaceutical company, Ono Pharmaceutical. So I work as the drug discovery scientist in Osaka for a while, and before that, I got a PhD in Tokyo University, and my major was tumor immunology. And during my PhD student, I was studying abroad in Harvard Medical School for 1 year and a half. And I will talk it later, but in this new innovative environment in Boston has inspired me to pursue my future career as a venture capitalist. So after I finished my PhD and finishing my scientist in the pharmaceutical, I changed my career as a venture capitalist. So today I'd like to talk about three topics, and the first one is the environment surrounding Japanese drug discovery ecosystem. So this slide shows Japan's strengths in scientific research and drug discovery through key statistics. So as you see in this figure, Japan ranks first in a growth rate of government R&D budgets over the past decade, and it's among the top globally in the number of researchers and scientific papers and patent activities. And notably, Japan is the second only to the US in Nobel Prize in Physiology or Medicine over the past 10 years. So let's dive into the data. For example, the growth in government R&D budget. Japan ranks number 1 and followed by Korea and Germany, and also domestic R&D expenditure is number 3 after the US and China. So these data shows Japan strongly supports and generates the great science for currently. And this slide highlights Japan's leading position in patent competitiveness for innovative cancer therapies. According to the Nikkei report, Japan has surpassed the US to become the global leader in this critical area. So regarding patent competitiveness scores, Japan ranks number 1 with 172 points, followed by the US, China, Sweden, and Australia. And also, Japan overtook the US in 2021, ending its long-standing dominance. So this shows Japan's ecosystems excels from basic research to applied technologies with cancer treatment as a standard field. And this achievement signals potential for further global impact in the coming years. And also, this graph shows highlights Japan's position as a leading originator of top-selling drugs and examines the role of startup in drug discovery. So, as you see in this pie chart, Japan ranks number 2 with 10 drugs, trading the US 24, but ahead of China for 9, and Denmark for 7, and UK for 8, and Germany for 6. And regarding the top drugs by origin, the right graph, Japan again secures number 2, 10 drugs. And while the US dominates with 26 drugs, and 13 of which are developed by startups. But however, among the 41 US origin drugs, 30 were startup driven, whereas Japan has 0 startup originated drugs. So this means that while Japan's traditional pharma industry excels, fostering startup innovation could unlock the next phase of growth in the drug discovery. So let me recap the key challenge in Japan's biopharma startup ecosystem. Japan doesn't have investors who can cover the full spectrum from seed to late-stage funding and bridge the gap between science and commercialization. But in the US, biotech startups can focus purely on managing science risks, like will this drug mechanism will work? But in Japan, founders are stuck juggling 2 massive risks at once. So the science risk and the finance risk. So that's why Japan's ecosystem struggles to match the US in turning both science into real drugs. So we are missing those crossover investors who de-risk the finance side so scientists can just focus on being their scientists. So let me summarize this section by discussing headwinds facing Japanese biotech startups. So I summarize these headwinds for 3 crucial challenges. The first one is the capital shortage. In Japan, Japanese VCs have far less deployable capital versus US peers, and Japan has low global recognition hinders syndication with US investors. And the second is the talent gap. So there are few entrepreneurs with global scale experience, like serial entrepreneurs, and they are more conservative timelines than US biotechs. And the third headwinds would be the language barrier and the legal logistics. There are in Japan, the English documentation are often inadequate, and there are struggles in communicating complex science strategies in English. So, I think the key to unlock the Japan should be making the billion dollars biotech outcomes on the US market based on Japanese science and founders. So I think this would attract global capital to Japan and inspire next-gen entrepreneurs. So now I'd like to move forward to Japan's efforts to enhance the drug discovery environment. So although this is the last year news, but Japan is still prioritizing the drug discovery startups. The former Prime Minister Kishida pledged to reinforce new drug development, targeting 10 plus startups valued over by 10 billion yen by 2024, in response to delays in COVID vaccine development. And he also set up the goals, make Japan global land of drug discovery. Plus, for the right photograph, as you can see in this figure, US-Japan biotech collaboration is also accelerating. At the 2024 summit, the Biden and Kishida agreed to cooperate in biotech, calling it a historic turning point. And also, at the Drug Discovery Ecosystem Summit held in last July, former Prime Minister Kishida revealed three key messages. So the first one is to attract global pharmaceutical or VCs to boost academia and startup. And the second is to double private investment in drug discovery startup in next 5 years. And the third one is to expand AIMED grants, that is non-dilutive funding, from 11 to 70 startups by 2028. So for Japan's efforts to enhance the drug discovery environment, Japan has a three-pronged strategy. The first one, as you can see in the red letters in right side, the first one is the clinical trials. Japan would establish an international standard clinical trial implementation system. And the second is the R&D support that will boost AIMED funding, and Ventures is also the AIMED certified VCs to accelerate the program. The third one is regulatory reform, that is to accelerate drugs for pediatrics and rare diseases. So these actions are conducted to improve discovery capabilities. So this is the summary of the key points from Japan's healthcare startup white paper. And Japan has set three core strategies. Japan will make global approach, and this will mean that Japan will target international markets. And also for the second, Japan will take two-stage growth, and that will scale up step by step. And the third one is to diversity driven, that will make cross-sector collaboration. So for action taken, and Ventures members participate as experts in key policy recommendations to foster innovation and growth in healthcare. And for the next section, I'd like to talk about our contribution to the drug discovery ecosystem. So this is our strategic alliance, overview, plan, focus, and execution. So Ant Ventures has formed a strategic alliance with Arch Venture Partners, award-leading biotech VCs, and key factors about Arch are follows. We are a science-oriented venture capital that has a huge scientific opportunity, and we build a company in the US, and that will maximize the value creation and capture by building companies in the US. And also we syndicate with Arch Venture Partners that for financing and development. And this is the introduction about Arch Venture Partners. So key factors about these are they have over than 300 portfolio companies with $60 billion in market cap and acquisition values, and Arch are ranked by #1 biotech VCs globally in 2023, and they have notable success portfolio including Illumina and Alnylam, and as Arch executive US-Japan hybrid VC partners, we will bridge Japanese science to global And for the last introduction for our strategy, I'd like to show that Ventures plays a pivotal role in Japan's drug discovery ecosystems. So key contributors are we advises government bodies like MHLW, Korosho, and MEX, and the National Cancer Center on Policy Development. And also, we strengthen industry collaboration through Kenidalen. So these efforts create a fertile ground for homegrown innovation to go global. And this is the last slide of my most impressive moment during my stay in Boston. So I met with Bob Langer, who has most of the famous entrepreneurs in MIT. He had a lecture in how he struggled with making the new biotech from academia and how to grow up the startup ecosystem in Boston. And I was so impressed by his lectures. So at this time, I set my goals as the cross-border to develop from basic science to the innovative drug, and also I would like to contribute as a cross-border from the Japan to Boston in the future. Thank you very much.